Welcome to the Pistol World Team Selection, day one of Rapid Fire Pistol. We've just joined you. We're showing the sighting shots just before they start the Record Fire Series in the final. In the final, they'll shoot 4 series of 5 shots in a 4-second time limit. At the end of that 20 shots, the lowest scoring competitor will finish in 6th place and sit down. And then we will shoot another series of 5. At that point, another athlete will be eliminated, and so on until we get to the gold medal. If there are ties for the elimination, there will be a shoot-off right on the spot. The shoot-off shots won't add to the score, but they will just determine the placing. So it looks like we've just finished our sighting shots, and now we're moving on to record. For the team selection process, there are 2 days of qualification where the athletes will shoot 60 shots. The top 6 athletes from that qualification round will move on to the final. In each day's final, all the athletes start at 0, just like the international rules provide, and they get points for their finish in the final. The top place finisher will get 6 points in the final, 5 for second, 4 for third, and so on. And those points get added to their qualification score to determine the World Championship team. Part 1. This is part 1 of the series of selections. We'll have 2 days here right now and then 2 additional days in May at Fort Benning. We just had our first series. Keith Sanderson had 3 hits. To attain a hit, the athlete has to shoot at least a 9.7 on the standard bullseye type target. If they do not shoot at least a 9.7, it's scored as a miss. So right now he has 3 hits. Shooting now is Emil Milev. He just finished his 5 shots. He has 2 hits. Next up is Sean Regay. And Sean Regay has 3 hits. Next up is Anatoly Pikman. And it looks like Anatoly has 4 hits. So Anatoly moves into the lead after the first 5-shot series with 2 competitors to go. Next up is Brad Balsley. And Brad Balsley looks like he has scored 4 hits also. So he moves into a tie with Anatoly. And Alex Chichkov is up. All right, Alex Chichkov firing. He has, looks like he's got 1 hit. So after the first series of 5 shots, we've got Anatoly and Brad tied with 4 hits, followed by Keith and Sean tied at 3 hits, then Milev with 2, and Chichkov with 1. They will now fire another series of 5 shots in the 4-second time limit. Okay, up in that series, looks like Keith Sanderson has another 3-hit series. He's got a total of 6 now. Up next is Milev. And it looks like Milev had a pretty good 4 hits. He's caught himself back up, at least up into the second tier. He's got 4 hits on that series, total of 6 now. Up next, Sean Regay. All right, and Sean Regay has 1 hit on that series for a total of 4. Next up is Anatoly Pickman. Okay, and it looks like Anatoly will pick up another 2 hits, so he's at 6. So we've got 3 out of the 4 shooters that have shot so far tied at 6. Up next, we have Brad Balsley. All right, and Brad, shooting excellent 5, just pulled himself into the lead. First 5 we've had in this final so far. He's up to 9 hits total now, and he has a 3-hit lead on Sanderson, Pickman, and Milev. 2 back to Regay, and now up is Alex Chichkov. And Alex looks like he's going to come off the line with 1 more hit. A total of 2 hits. So after the first 10 shots, we have Brad Balsley leading with 9 hits over Sanderson, Pickman, and Milev at 6 hits, and then 2 more hits back to Regay. We'll start our 3rd series of 5 shots in 4 seconds. Up next is Sanderson. All right. And Keith just fired a good string. He's got a 4, and so he's now up to 10 hits. Up next is Milev. And Milev fires a 3 hit, and so he's at 9 total. Up next, Sean Regay. Okay. And it looks like Sean fired a 3, so he's at a total of 7. Up next, Anatoly Pickman. And Anatoly looks like he's going to pick up 2 more hits for a total of 8. Up next, Brad Balsley. looks like Brad's got 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. Nice series. So Brad continues his good shooting. He's now at 13 hits. He's got a 3-point hit, or 3-point lead over second place currently Keith Sanderson. Up next, Alex Chichkoff. And Alex, looks like he's come in with a nice series of 4 hits, and his total comes up to 6. So after that third series, we're now at Brad Balsley's got a commanding lead. He's got 13, 3 hits over Sanderson, who has a 1-point margin on Milev, who has 1 point on Pickman, followed by Regay 1 point back, and Chichkoff 1 back from Regay. We have 1 more 5-shot series, and then the low score will be eliminated to 6th place. And it looks like Sanderson firing an excellent 5 on that series. Pulls himself up a bit. He's now at 15. Next up is Milev. And Milev lives up to the challenge. He just fired a 5, perfect 5 also. And he's moved himself up to 14 hits. Next up, Sean Regay. And it looks like Sean is going to collect a 4. Nice work. He's got a 4 hit, so his total now is 11. Next up is Anatoly Pickman. And Anatoly comes up with what looks like is going to be a 2 hit, so his total now is 10. Up next, Brad Balsley. And Brad's got a 4. Scores a solid 4, so he's still maintaining his lead at 17 total hits. And up next, Alex Chichkoff. to tie to stay in. Alex needs a 4 hitter here. To stay in, he needs 5. And Alex Chichkov with a 3. He's going to have a total of 9 hits. He's going to finish today in 6th place. We'll continue on in the final here, starting back over again with Keith. He's going to fire another series of 5 shots in 4 seconds. And after we finish all the remaining 5 competitors with the 5-shot series, we'll have our next elimination for 5th place. Sitting on the bubble right now is Anatoly Pickman and Sean Regay. Well, Anatoly's in 5th by 1 hit behind Sean Regay. Leading is Brad Balsley. He's got 2 hits over Keith Sanderson, who has 1 hit over Milev. And Sanderson, his next series, another perfect 5. He's got 2 5s in a row. He's now up to 20 hits. It's a good challenge for Milev. Milev needs to keep a 5 to stay in it, to stay up with, I should say, Keith and Balsley. Now Milev firing an excellent 5 also, rising to the challenge. He's at 19 hits now. Up next is Sean Regay. He's got an 11, and he and Pickman are both on the bubble for the next elimination. Sean can secure his place right now by shooting a 5. But unfortunately has a 1, so he's got a 12. So now, next man up is Anatoly Pickman. To stay in it, Anatoly can shoot a 3 right now and survive the next elimination. If he has a 2, he's going to be in a tie with Sean, and they'll have to shoot a shoot-off. And Anatoly shoots a 3 in that series, so he will survive this elimination with still Brad Balsley to go. Brad has a commanding lead over the elimination, so he's up next here. Let's see what he can do. He needs 3 to catch Keith or tie Keith, and 4 to move ahead of Keith in this series. Again, those of you just joining us, to get a hit on these targets, what you're looking at here, the shooter must shoot a 9.7 or better to get a hit. And so Brad fires a 3, so he has moved into a tie with Keith. And we have our 5th place finisher in Sean Regay. Now the remaining 4 competitors will move on, shoot another series of 5 shots in 4 seconds. At the end of that series, the low man out of the 4 will finish in 4th place. Both Sanderson and Milev have a chance to shoot 3 5s in a row. I don't think I've seen them shoot 3 5s straight. Let's see if they can do it. Okay, and Sanderson, a little rough on that one. He's got 2 hits, so we're a total of 22. He's opened up the door a little bit for Milev and Brad to catch him here. Milev is up next. Okay, and Milev gets a 3. So he is now tied with Sanderson at 22. Next up is Anatoly Pickman. Anatoly's on the bubble. We'll see what he shoots on this series. Unfortunately, it looks like even if he has a perfect 5, he can't remain in. Let's see what he does on the series. Okay, and Anatoly picks up 3, finishing with 16. He'll be in 4th place. We still have 1 to go here in the series, Brad Balsley. He's got 20 hits right now. He needs 2 to stay up with Sanderson and Milev. Anything better than 2 moves him ahead of them. And it looks like Brad will have a 3 on that series, so he takes over the lead at 23 hits, followed by Sanderson at 22 and Milev at 22. And our 4th place finisher is Anatoly Pickman. Now they will continue on in the 5-shot series in 4 seconds. After the next 5 shots, we'll have our bronze medalist for today. It's pretty close. A 1-hit lead for Brad over a tie with Sanderson and Milev. Okay, and Sanderson fires a 4. He's back up after that rough series. He's back up to the 4 level. He's got 26. Next up is Milev. And Milev shoots a 3, so he moves to 25 hits, 1 behind Sanderson. Up next is Brad Balsley. Brad needs 3 to stay up with Keith at 26 hits. If we're tied after Brad shoots here, they'll have for the elimination slot, for the low man and third, we will have a shoot-off. Okay, and Brad pulls out a 3, so he moves to 26, and Milev with his 25 will finish in 3rd place today. We'll continue on now. Got a tie between Keith Sanderson and Brad Balsley for the gold. They'll shoot another 5-shot series. Okay, Keith's up next, and Keith fires a 4, so he's at 30 hits. To stay in it, Milev must shoot it. Pardon me, not Milev. Balsley must shoot at least a 4 to stay in it. And it looks like Balsley's going to finish with looks like he's got 2 hits, so he's at 28, and Keith Sanderson gains the gold today. So our finish today will be Keith Sanderson in 1st place, 30 hits, followed by Brad Balsley in 2nd at 28. Emil Milev at 25 hits is 3rd. Anatoly Pickman with 16 hits is 4th. Sean Regay in 5th at 12 hits, and Alex Chichkov in 6th with 9 hits. Again, for our team selection, each of these competitors will gain points for their finish here, starting at 6 for Sanderson, 5 for Balsley, 4 for Milev, 3 for Pickman, 2 for Regay, and 1 for Chichkov. Tomorrow we'll do it all again. We'll have qualification series in the morning for both the ladies air rifle, ladies air pistol, and men's rapid-fire pistol, and then finals approximately 11 a.m. for the ladies air pistol and 1:30 p.m. for the men's rapid-fire final.